Welcome to Tangy Take Thursdays. This is kind of our alternate to what used to be our podcast. Pretty much everything scaled way back, so that way me and Matt can, have time for our lives. But also, don't forget, we are still gearing up to release our Dynasty Tangy Hard Knockers in season with the two-time later next year. So stay tuned for that. Don't think we're fully skimping you, but just be warned, this ain't no regular podcast. This is a much more smaller, more focused, dedicated segment for just takes on the league. So, seems how this is kind of a new thing. I will just share my takes, and maybe next week, some of you will have takes you'll want me to say. I will do them anonymously. I will do them even if they're about me. All you gotta do, send me your take, DMs, phone calls, SleeperBot, Discord, anything pretty much other than real mail, I'll read in some form or fashion if I can read it. I will do it anonymously if you want me to. If not, I will share who it is, which actually kind of leads into my first take of the week, take one, which is Jeremy Siski's power rankings. So, his power rankings, let's just say, are not good, and that's, I guess, putting it lightly. So the main problem is whoever makes these power rankings, provided it's not just JC, he claims to have a source, they must not look at people's teams or lineups or injuries or anything like that really when making their power rankings thing, because a win one week or a loss one week shouldn't be kind of the only dictation of if you move up or down the scale. That being said, myself being up there the past couple weeks at number one is very shocking. First week, okay, sure, I don't think I was number one, but still. That just kind of goes to show you the caliber. I've been playing with bench players and somehow my team is power ranked number one. That just goes to show that the person who's making these, who wants to remain anonymous, is possibly ashamed and doesn't quite stand by their power rankings. So, I will stand by these power rankings and saying the power rankings are the only thing that matters right now, actual wins you have. So, if you have actual wins, you're high up on the power rankings. So, congratulations, Ryan. What? Yep, Ryan. Ryan's team has never been at the top of any sort of standings since I joined the league. This is an accomplishment for you, Ryan. A huge W aside from the three you already have. Wow. This is a kind of shaken reality here. Casey's up there as well. The other 3-0 team. The thing with Casey's team is, though, yes, he's won 100% of his matches so far, but he's had some pretty lucky matchups, and I mean that in the sense of if you look at standings per the play-all situation, where every team plays every team every time of the week type situation, we have, I think, 23-ish games total or something like that through these first 3 weeks. Casey's team is actually probably 6th, and if you look at this chart over here that I'm about to post up, Sean would be ranked 1, Ryan number 2, that's still very high for you, which is still an accomplishment. Me number 3, then I guess top 5 would be John Momoa and a tad lethal with Ben/Pettis. That would be the top 5 if we were playing the play-all league, but we're not, so none of that matters. What does matter? Ryan, you're number 1, not only on the power rankings, but also in the league. Casey, you're number 2, both teams undefeated. Doesn't matter how you get the dubs. What matters is how you... Wait. Doesn't matter how you get the dubs. It just matters that you got them. That's all that matters. My second take. John, you did something this week. You told Sleeper Chat, hey guys, why are we using these words? Why are we using these words? And you know what? I think that was the kind of shakeup that it needed, to be honest. And myself being an offender of one of the words that you brought up, I think we all accepted it. And, instead of being scrutinized, sure, there were a couple extra jabs thrown in there, while you were quote unquote already tilted. and highly triggered that one morning. It's been well received by the league, I think, and I can only speak for myself that I will personally try better, especially when it comes to the trade category and, using a certain word that way. So, John, once again, good on you, buddy. Take number 3, Jay. I still don't think he's a real person. Now, look, guys, it has been brought up many times that Jay was only active in this league when JC was sick. Coincidence, JC becomes unsick, and Jay just vanishes into an oblivion. The other really weird thing about Jay, and the reason why I don't think he's a real person, is due to the fact that his chat bubble doesn't even follow through chat. So it's not even like he's just opening chat, looking at it, and not saying anything. He's just straight up not even looking at the app. Could he be busy? Sure. But 2 weeks busy? Not buying it. But I will not let Andy off the hook either. Andy has also been completely lacking in the activity department. But the difference between Andy and Jay is I know Andy is a real person. I do happen to see Andy a couple times each week. Might be more than most of you. And when I do see him, guess what? Him and Matt actually do talk some shop. So I at least know he's active and participating. And even though he's not in chat per se or reading chat, or even honestly, I don't even know if he knows what's going on in chat, at least he's still kind of there. But Jay hasn't done any of those things to my knowledge. And as far as I know, he's kind of vanished off the face of the earth, which only strengthens the case that I don't think he's a real person. Jay, if you are a real person and are seeing this for the first time, welcome. These things are usually higher quality production, have some cool commercials. Matt's usually here. It usually doesn't take 2 takes to do this because the microphone wasn't working the first time, so this is the second time recording it. Usually all that stuff's well polished, and it was a much more well-oiled machine last time, but hey, this is what you get. Take it or leave it. Take 4. Injuries. Yikes. So far for these first 3 weeks, Eric's team, just week 1/week 2, 2 of his highest picks kind of just, boom, gone on IR. CMC, out. Pakua, out. Allen, out. But despite all those setbacks, granted, he's not the only one, he has still managed to give full effort on fielding a team to try being competitive. Granted, he's still very, 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 very far down on the rankings/standings. He's at least trying. I commend you, Eric. So that is a positive take for your effort, despite the odds clearly being stacked against you. Carry on, my wayward son. And take 5. The infamous $96 of fab spent on Likely. You know, people, I stand by this. I stand by it 100%. I essentially bought the tight end 1 on a very good offense. Granted, that tight end 1 only did put up 0.9 points last week, but that's also 0.9 points more than the other tight end on that team, Mark Andrews, who was renowned in this league as a tight end stud for the past few years. So I'm still feeling pretty good about it, even though it might not seem like that good of an investment right now. Still plenty of time in the season, people. So that 96 fab, if it's week 14, 15, all right, we might be able to look back and have a laugh. But right now I stand by it because I needed a tight end to also play because my tight end was injured. So kind of is what it is. Money talks. Can't take it with you next season. As JC and I learned, doesn't roll over. Always we'd have quite a bit this season. So is what it is. I'm sure the rest of you suckers are either going to finish the season without spending it on anything, making it next to useless as well, or you're going to spend on even dumber players that are going to go on your bench or something like that you're not actually ever going to start. So, is what it is, but that's take 5. Still not a bad purchase as of yet, but we will know in a few weeks. So that was 5 takes for this week. Those were all just mine that I quickly jotted down to kind of get this ball rolling. Next week should be a little bit better as I spend a little more time thinking about them. Plus, hopefully, I get some takes from some of you people. Once again, they can be about me. They can be about someone else in the league. They can be about something said, something done, trades, actual players in real life, basically anything. If you have a take that is any way tied to this league, let me know, and we will get it in for next week. Bonus take 6. List of rats. I'm going to put it up over here. JC, rat. Pattis, rat. Myself, ratting on Casey's DMs that he sent to me about him not starting a full lineup. That was on me. People somehow say I ratted out Ryan too, but Ryan also put it publicly just in chat. So can't really rat on somebody who's already doing it themselves. But in all fairness, I hear you, and I agree. What I did was very rat-like, and added my name officially to the list. Till next week. Just curious what your order would be if you were power ranking people.
Sean would probably be 1 right now.
Okay.
I would say let me look at Domi's team. Lamar, Gibbs, Montgomery. I'm going to put John's team number 2. I actually don't think Ryan's team is that good. I think he's popped off a few weeks, but over the actually looking at his team, he's got solid running backs, but he needs, in my honest opinion, he needs some better wide receivers. He is going to have, because Cooper Kupp is out for a while, bro, when he starts going through bye weeks, his team's going to look worse than mine. I'm going to say, let's see your team. I don't like your quarterback. You have a nice wide receiving core. Only downside is your wide receiver 3 between Ridley and Zay Flowers. I almost think Zach Moss might be more valuable. So I'm going to say Sean. Then I'm going to say John. Then I'm going to say, these are teams I wouldn't want to play. Sean, John. Probably you in 3rd. Then Donnie. Then JC. Max's team would be next. Actually, Max's team is over JC's team. Legit, if Max's team stays healthy, I really like it. Bro, his running backs are solid. Patrick Mahomes has been okay, but still, Patty Mahomes. I'm putting mine in the middle of the pack. I think my team's right around 6th place. Fully healthy. I love my team going to the playoffs. I think I have the best wide receiving core in the league, bar none. Fully healthy. Rashee Rice and Lamb and Joe Mixon and Pacheco, fully healthy. It's a fucking absolute stud of a team. And also, people are talking about the fact that fucking Kyler Murray is really fucking good this year. After my team at 6, I'm gonna go Ben's team.
Well, you're 7th, but yeah.
Yeah, 7. Well, no, I'm gonna put my team above Max's team. Max's team is 7. Then I'm gonna go Casey's team. Should be better, but it's not performing very well. He has a nice core, like James Conner, James Cook, Burrow, Ayuk, Devonta Smith, Tyreek Hill. Like, the only problem is that, like, Tyreek Hill's probably playing with shit for a long time. He's probably not, like, tier 1 guy. Devonta Smith, kind of injured, also has A.J. Brown. And people aren't talking enough about fucking Barkley being in the passing game. Njoku, Ayuk, kind of a tough year. Now, he could turn it around, but I'm going to be honest with you, I don't get good vibes. But his running backs are really nice. So, I'll go Casey. And then Ben's team.
You already said Ben's team?
Yeah, Ben's team, then Casey. Yep.
Oh, yep.
Then I'm going to go Larry Potter, then Brian Toomer, then Icebox. Let me double check Brian Toomer's team. Yeah, his team should be so much better. So I'm power ranking them based on what I think, but
Yeah, so that's your power rankings. You'd stand behind that?
yeah, I'd put Scott last.